I do have a poem I wrote recently called Divided America. It's not about red nor about blue. It's certainly not about white. More like warm colors versus cool colors, pastels versus vivids. It's a stain on the carpet of liberty. Take up this gun, take up a flower. You see there's a difference, a division. It's about hate versus love. It's about exclusion versus inclusion. How do we live? It's about thinking as opposed to not thinking. It's about not wanting to know. What's simple has become complicated. What's complicated has become simple. And some are too scared to learn the difference. So easy to just say right out, you will be my friend. You will trust me, always. I will be your friend. I will trust you always. We will share and enjoy our love and happiness. So hard to turn your back, so hard to resist giving in, breaking down, losing your cool, not to say to yourself, I have made a decision. I know what's good for me. I know what's good for this country. I know what's good for my family. I know what's good for my neighbors, my friends. So hard, so painful, so shameful. Easy became difficult, difficult became easy. I do not want to be around you. I do not want to trust you. I would rather be scared shitless of you. I would rather talk down to you and talk about you behind your back and vote for people who would see you burning and bleeding and pleading. Before you had any sort of privileges, safe, comfortable, veiled within this complication, content to evaluate every person every time. You are fat, you are gay, you are tall, you are autistic, you are a bookworm, you are female, you are male, you are Irish, you are Turkish, you are Spanish, you are Negro, you're a Jew, you're a Muslim, you're Catholic, you're Protestant, you're atheist, you're this or that, you're not that, you're not this. Secure, snug in any brown, purple, deep, snug in my brown, purple, deep green, deep blue and red. Yes, red too. Bloody, bloody, hateful, hateful red. It's a divided nation. It's easy to admit this has happened. It's hard to say when it happened. Maybe it was in the 50s with Joseph McCarthy. Maybe it was in the 60s with idealism and Vietnam. Maybe it was in the 70s when we suddenly became submissive again. Maybe it was in the 80s with Reaganomics and one-upmanship. Maybe it was in the 90s with the first Gulf War and almost impeaching Clinton for doing what Joe Average does every day. Maybe it was in the 2000s with W and Iraq and 9/11 and Homeland Security and torturing innocent people and all that shit. Maybe it's now. Maybe it's right now, with our first black president envied and despised and blamed for everything except the apocalypse. But this requires thought, doesn't it? You don't like to think. It's too difficult for you to sit down and think, to sit down and learn, to try and figure out what happened, to consider why it happened. It's an assignment, it's a quiz, it's an exam. It will affect 75% of your grade. Why did it happen, and what might you have done to prevent this divided nation? The choice is always yours, the gun or the flower. We will have to come all together as one, or this division will destroy most of us. The young man points the trigger. The trigger finds its mark. The flower explodes into millions of bloodstains. Thank you very much.